surprise live stream. I just got done with a sales stream with my buddy Larry. We're going to be shipping a couple of books to someone I know on Facebook and actually in person as well. They wanted to pick up 4 books, and so I will go ahead and get that taken care of. Won't do that on stream because I'm not going to keep you guys long. One of the things that did happen, though, was we got our verification in from the Kickstarter for the pre-launch page for Rayne of Ages issue 4. I'm going to put that in the chat. There we go. So if you're checking this out, go ahead and make sure that you sign up to the pre-launch campaign so you know when we go live. That campaign is only going to be around for 2 weeks. The book is actually done. What is up, Billy Power Max, man? Thanks for joining me here too, brother. Good to see you. As I just wanted to go ahead and put this out here and make sure we get this out to everybody. And I'm going to box up those 3 Rayne and that Tibby for my buddy on Facebook. That was nice. But the thing about Rayne of Ages number 4 is it's done, right? We've got proof copies coming in. We're going to review them. We're going to make sure that they are all good. We're going to make any final corrections to the print file that may need to be done. And we should have all of that done during the first week of the campaign. And then we're probably going to order books. The last time I did a campaign like this, we ordered books like a couple of days before the campaign ended. Because we had reached goal and was like, yeah, let's do that. And we'll probably do that this time too. Or we might wait till the last day. It just kind of depends, on how many books we're going to need. But we'll go ahead and get through that. And then we will get to, during that time also, I'll be finishing up the script for issue 5, which will wrap up the introductory arc. It was originally going to be 6 issues, but Nick had suggested we tone it down a little bit to 5, and I think, that's a good idea. He is far more experienced in the comic industry than I am, and I've been doing this for a few years, but Nick's done work for every, just about every company there is. I don't think he's worked for Marvel, but I think he's worked for just about every other one at this point, at some point, doing colors or line art, just a whole bunch of things. The man's ridiculously skilled. So that's cool. But yeah, I had a lot of fun on Larry's stream. I usually do have fun on Larry's stream. So that's a weird message to get. I don't know why I got that message. Oh, well. I'll have to reply to that in a little bit. But yeah, I always have fun hanging out with Larry, and I also like hanging out with Pete and Max and Warren and everybody. It's a good time to me. They're good people. They really, really are. And just some incredibly skilled and talented folks. Well, at least it wasn't beeping like crazy when I was on live with Larry, right? Let's turn that off. I guess I won't be on too long. Let me go ahead and respond to this, or they're going to keep messaging. There we go. That should do it. Anyway, we had on all the work that we've been going through, just a lot of catching up to do. It's 2025. I was basically out of action with everything that was going on. In the first part of this year, I've had a lot of health issues. So, and a lot of issues related to, the loss of family members from last year. But we're getting back in the groove, Billy. We're getting back in the groove, man. Making comics. I am starting work on more role-playing game books now. I have a light novel that I'm working on. I have a script for a manga that I'm hoping to finish up in a couple of weeks. The The outline of the introductory story arc says it should be like 10 chapters long. So that's cool. That's going to come out to be about 80 pages, somewhere around there, 80, 90 pages, something like that. So yeah, the mangaka whose studio hired me for that, I think he's probably going to get 2 or 3 pages done right off the bat when we get the character designs finalized, and then we'll do some refining on the script as may need be to correct for any descriptions that need to be amended. And yeah, then each chapter, 8 to 10 pages, boom, 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 boom. Want to get probably halfway through it before he starts releasing those. And then those will be, I think they're actually going to release them publicly on their website and maybe on their social media, or at least some of it on their social media. And then when it's all ready and good, like either before the last chapter comes out or as the last chapter comes out for this first story arc, go ahead and crowdfund the press run and monetize the work that way. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that I'm going to get some cool comps out of that. I really, really want some cool comps out of that because it'll be my first manga that I'm writing. It's going to be English original, but we were talking and they are going to have it translated to Japanese. So that's really freaking cool. Because right now the only work of mine in Japan has been stuff I've shipped to Kickstarter backers, right? So that's that. Billy, I don't know. I was exchanging tweets with a couple of people today, and one of them was Vicky, from the Vickyverse, and she was saying there was a campaign that has, for whatever reason, hadn't fulfilled. I guess it's really, 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 really late, like really, really, really late. And I think I'm gonna go to Indiegogo and take a look at it and see what's going on, because I don't think I've ever heard of this person before. And they had apparently they had 1,500 backers. Let's see what that looks like. Am I banned from Indiegogo? I don't know. I don't know if I'm banned from Indiegogo. I don't think I am. Let's see if their search utilities work. That was one of my big problems with them. So the title is Gem Shock Issue 1. 1,498 backers. $120,000. $120,372. What do there's 326 comments. You see here, this is from May 19th. UK backers still waiting for this book, and also Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter issue 2 cover B from Stuntman Comics. James Skender, hi Mandy, I emailed the Stuntman comic email and never received an email back. Is there a better way to contact you about orders? Justin Knight, UK backer, I never received my book despite you saying that fulfillment was underway. Pledge ID number, and he wants his money back. Green Tea 39. Oh, I can't repeat that. I'm not going to pick on this creator because I don't know her. I don't think I've ever heard of her. But there's some terrible comments in here as far as the state of it. I've sent multiple emails regarding the issue only to be ignored at this point. The other disturbing issue is, as I'm sure many of you have, I've already invested over $200 into this other campaign. Unfortunately, none of this looks promising. Ugh. It's been 9 months since fulfillment started, but still haven't received mine. Any update? That was on May 11th. May 7th, never received any items. I'm sure this other campaign will be the same. It's extremely unfortunate, especially with a legend such as, oh, Dale Keown worked on this. Yeah, I mean, I bet he's probably not happy about that. People asking her to deliver have not received my items. This guy on May 4th says, might be a dumb question, but did anyone rather receive their books yet? And Chris on the 13th says, Mandy claims, oops, I guess that's her name. I wasn't going to mention that, sorry. Claims many people have. When I sent an email about this campaign to what I thought was Indiegogo, but was actually her, I asked her for some links to all the people who posted on social media with their books, of course, and didn't get a response. If the books were actually ready to go out in August, every single backer should have them by now. Yeah. Another response, this is terrible. I'm a business owner and can't fathom not delivering to my customers. Like many other facet principles, values, and virtues seem to be on the decline. But also messenger on other platforms hoping for a response. The next one's from 427. It says, how many times must I ask for a refund before you listen? I would like my money back, please. Oh boy. Patrick, I thought this book was fulfilling a long time ago. Still no books here. I was day one backer. Ooh, that had to hurt. Need to update my mailing address and pledge number. Please help me update this. Thanks. Okay. April 21st. Wow, man, there's a lot of people who are really, 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 really not happy. Wait, I ordered them on 9/23/2022, over 3 years ago. How time flies. You know, I probably should not comment on this, should I, Billy? I'm probably going to start stirring up stuff that is not my business. So let me shut the fuck up. Sorry, guys. I got curious. I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about because like I said, I don't think I know who this person is. And I don't remember ever hearing about this. But from 2022? I mean, fuck. I shouldn't be swearing, right? I shouldn't be swearing. When's the last update on this thing? Books are going out daily. Update 46 on August 26, 2025. So that's almost 9 months ago. Wonder what the deal is. There's some comments on this too. Can't repeat that. Can't repeat that. Can't repeat. Wow, people are pissed. It's funny how she can see the positive comment messages and answer them, but not any of our complaints. Wow. Yeah, I better stop. Billy, if you ever see me run 3 years late, you know I'm dead, right? But I mean, 1,500, fifth figure, 1,500 backers, right? It takes me a weekend to fulfill 250, right? So 6 weeks. Yeah. So I at my normal pace, I should be able to do that by myself at 6 weeks. But they're saying she hasn't responded, so maybe she's died. You know, I don't know. Maybe she became deceased, or maybe she got disabled. I don't know. I would actually take and look into like the social media stuff, but I just don't think I have that much interest in it. But I do feel bad for the backers. And I feel bad for other creators because this kind of thing makes other creators look bad. Right? Oh no. Don't know. me see here. Well, I'd message her, but I don't think I can. All right. So much for that. Billy, what you got going on, brother? You got anything coming out soon? You got a book coming? Making something cool? I'll put you on the spot. I'm sorry, man. But for everyone out there who's watching this, which will probably be mostly later because this is not like a regular scheduled release of mine, just know that being 3 years late on a book is not normal. Not delivering on a book is really not normal. There are tons and tons and tons of creators who put out fantastic stuff through crowdfunding campaigns on Kickstarter, on Indiegogo, on Fund My Comic, on Crowdfunder, on GameFound, and on BackerKit, and probably a few others. I'm probably going to put some stuff out on Zoop and may have to use their mature label to get out stuff for things like the stuff I do for Tibby and her time traveling psychedelic mushrooms. Cover art by Damian Torres, guys, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that's about it, Billy. I just wanted to take and get out, put the link out, let people know that I guess I could take and share that. That might be a good idea, right? Duh. I need to learn how to do this live stream shit, Billy. Really do. I am not doing a good job. But I do a live stream on the weekends, on Sundays. Rayne of Ages issue 4. So they kept this really simple. The issue is done. Boom. First one. We're currently reviewing proof copies to verify that there aren't any things that need correction. That's right. We're going over the digital proofs right now. We're going to the print proofs when they get here, which I'm hoping will be either this weekend or next week. We have 2 covers so that people don't have a lot to worry about with there. And absolutely, look at this, Billy. Look how badass this art is. Nick Capone, man. Cool ass magic effects. Lettering by Taylor Esposito. I mean, good God, man. Just really, really cool stuff. I'm so happy with how this book is turning out. I've been doing this a bit, man. Look at this. 29 created on this account, and we have the Sinopa account where we have the RPG stuff. How freaking wild is that? Now, I think we've had 7 campaigns that didn't fund on Kickstarter, or 6, 7, something like that. But then we also had successes on Indiegogo and on Fund My Comic and on Crowdfunder. I haven't done anything on GameFound yet, and BackerKit, I haven't done that yet. But BackerKit, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Well, because I built some campaigns to test to see how it looked, but I can't delete them. So they're still sitting there, and I get reminders, hey, your launch date has passed. I'm like, well, I'm not going to launch on that date because that was a test. So if anyone from BackerKit happens to see this, guys, can you give us a feature where we can delete campaigns that we're just not actually going to launch? That would be cool. All right. Well, for everyone who sees this later, thanks for hanging out with me this long in this little rambling, do nothing kind of thing for me. But definitely check out the link to the pre-launch page for Rayne of Ages, issue number 4. This is the 4th issue of 5 in the Blood and Stone arc, which is the introductory arc on this. This title card is from the cover B cover by Walter Giovanni, with colors by the legendary Nick Capone. So definitely check that out. I'm going to be working on stuff on this interface to see what else we can do with here. I've got a couple more things to finish in the campaign build. rewards to put in, things like that. So we are going to hopefully get that done, not tonight, but probably by Saturday night, so that we can get our final approvals next week, and then we'll start our promos and get everyone excited about it. Get the word out to all of our existing backers, and yeah, man, just really, really get to work on it. Oh, you know what, Billy? I was going to tell you about this thing, the Whispers of Persephone review thing. I had actually not read this yet, and it's from all the way back in 2020. But he did like a whole analysis, pros and cons, and then I like this last point on his cons. I mean, like if you really actually use all of this stuff in an actual campaign, your game is dark, like very, very dark, man. And his final verdict is this is a must buy for anyone planning to run a necromancer with a DM silly enough to let you use even some of this stuff in their game. But like prepare to go very dark place you might not make it back from. As for its intended use, I think mostly this is a DM friendly supplement that contains a whole wealth of material useful for some completely scary as heck antagonists to pit your players against. There's definitely a wealth of story hook ideas in here as well as the crunch to back it all up with. If you want to run a decidedly dark themed fantasy game, you need this book. Even if you aren't playing 5e, you can convert most of it to any fantasy system. The ideas themselves are unique and have great flavor. This isn't just a common necromancer ideas converted to 5e book. The author clearly has his own take on the theme. Thank you. And one that is very compelling. Recommended. I mean, that's just a badass. He gave me 5 stars, man. That's really cool. He actually itemized everything is in here. 14 unique, memorable, and despicable villains to destroy your player characters with. A whole new faction to add to your campaign setting, the Stygian Necromancers. Stygian Necromancy, a whole new arcane tradition for the Necromancer Specialist caster. 5 Stygian Necromancer feats you can use to make your Necromancers the most vile and hated in all the multiverse. 28 detailed necromantic rituals and spells. Yeah, sounds right. That will completely creep you out in your entire gaming table. Yeah, there's some weird ones in there. 10 new necromantic alchemical recipes and substances that can be used to amp up your dark dealers of death. I like that phrase. I'm going to steal that, dude. 11 enchantment recipes and or magical artifacts to equip necromancers and their minions with. Yeah. 2 new extremely disturbing creatures that can be minions of the necromancer as well as a means to alter existing undead to better serve their lords of death and scare the heck out of your players with. The stories of former heroes that were unfortunate enough to encounter the Stygian necromancers. 16 full-color, outright disturbing thematic artworks, most of them full-page works from Christian Martinez. An interesting meta-plot story that you discover from reading the backstories of the characters and all the little quotes from each of the book's entities. It has an ending. The nightmares may eventually subside. But it does have some cons. He has 4 points here. Maybe a few of the entries could have been trimmed a bit with a little bit terser writing. Yeah, I tend to be overly verbose. But that's just a style thing, and the amount of material is very sufficient for the asking price. I wasn't sure exactly how much all of the materials for each of the recipes should cost or how much all of them take to perform. Most of them are spelled out. Just a few things I noticed. Yeah, there's a few things that cost vary a lot from setting to setting, so I didn't put a cost in for them. More of a greedy wine than a con, but I wish there was about twice as much Christian's amazing artwork in this. So do I. We actually put as much in as our budget allowed, though. If I ever do a full revision on it, like for maybe another system or another edition, then maybe we'll get Christian to do some more art. Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Man, there's a lot in this review, dude. Summary. So unassuming with its plain black cover, Persephone is the Greek goddess of things that grow in the earth. So the title doesn't immediately scream evil, but do not let that fool you. Evil is contained in these pages. Pure quintessential evil. This book is not for the kiddos, folks. If you doubt me, take a look at the other cover version of this with the spine and flesh. Okay, saw that? Yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect from this book. Damn. Yeah, Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'd actually never read this until today. So, contained within this 145-page source book that includes like the OGL and like the credits and everything, is a plethora of content, all of it somehow related to the dark art of necromancy, the magic of death. The book starts off by introducing one of the most terrifying villains I've ever read about in a D&D source book. That is some of the highest praise I've ever had. The, bold, emphasized, the necromancer. I'm not talking about a necromancer. I'm talking about a specific, ultra high powered necromancer who leads the Stygian necromancer sect. I'm glad he saw that. That is like this whole order. It's this whole cult personality. And is the baddest of the baddest of the bad. This villain is so nasty, so powerful, and so despicable. If you build a campaign around this guy and his legions of minions, you will undoubtedly have an epic final battle at the end if your heroes make it far enough to confront this bad boy head on. And he has 13 acolytes that are all extremely powerful necromancers in their own right, with their own scores of minions to aid them as well. Each of these amazing evil opponents are lovingly crafted with absolutely disturbing full page or more backstories. Yes. And most of them have custom abilities, magic items, and quirks to make them all unique and entertaining. Thinking about running an evil campaign, the author was thoughtful enough to provide printable player ready character sheets for each of these acolytes at the back of the book in case you want to run some kind of campaign of darkness, probably one involving backstabbing and politics vying for the necromancer's adoration. But wait, that's not all. It's like the guy on the television ads, right? There's pages of new necromantic rituals, spells, feats, magic items, crafting recipes, monsters, and more. There's even an interesting backstory told via the quotes after each entry, where various characters from the book have made comments of each of the book's entries. And in the back, there's a handful of epic quote unquote heroes that have fought and maybe fell to the evils of this coven of death worshippers. There's a ton of ideas in all of this for plot hooks galore. If you can't find something to use in this book in your own campaign as a DM, then you just aren't trying hard enough. Dude, you gave me like the one of the best reviews I've ever freaking had. That's just so freaking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, Billy, man, I hope you're having a good one. I'm on here like 20 minutes longer than I intended to be. For everyone else, make sure you check out the link in the wherever you're watching this on YouTube or on X/Twitter, and go ahead and sign up for the notification for Rayne of Ages issue 4. We're going to need to see probably about 200, 250 backers on this. We will have Rayne of Ages issues 1 through 3 available. I did find some that we had not sold yet, so we have, I think, 100 and something copies of 1 and 2 each, somewhere around there. Plus, we've got some of the variant covers that were printed too, so those are going to be available. It's going to be one really, really cool campaign. We're going to prep the video, and we'll start teasing those out on the social media after the proof copies come in, so that people know where we're at. We want to be able to show people the book, let them know what we're doing, and really just hit the ground running and ready to not just get the campaign funded, but get it fulfilled. Because Vicky was pointing out this campaign we were looking at earlier on Indiegogo. I don't want to ever be that late on anything. So we're going to do like 14-day campaign. We should have the funds like 15 to 18 days after that. My goal on this is going to be to try to get all of the books shipped to backers by the time the funding comes in, right? So I'll probably just fund the shipping and everything out of pocket until Kickstarter sends the money. A little dangerous in case Stripe decides to screw me, but here's hoping, right? Because this one doesn't violate their TOS. So there we go. Guys, I'm Sam Quinton with Sinopa Publishing right here in Frankfort, Kentucky. And, of course, you can't see me because I have been talking all this time, sharing the freaking Rayne of Ages thing. That's just – I am terrible at this, man. I have really got to learn more about how to do this streaming stuff. So again, Sam Quinton with Sinopa Publishing right here in Frankfort, Kentucky. Guys, remember, in a world where you can choose to be anything, please do choose to be kind. Thank you all. All right. With that, I gotta put the glasses back on so I can see in the stream. Have a good